Hello my intelligent friends, welcome to this 20th lecture on the topic of bills of exchange. Question number 12. This is a very important question, a little difficult question, and it is the last question of this type where we are considering from the beginning of the bill up to the end of the bill, the entire life stream, entire life story of the bill of exchange. From next problem onwards we are going to consider a different type of problems. So I want your full concentration. Last problem, difficult problem, various adjustments considered in this problem. So please be with me. Okay, let us start. Sanjay sold goods of rupees 45,000 to Govin at 10% trade discount. Trade discount. I hope you remember the concept of trade discount. Trade discount is the quantity discount which is allowed at the time of buying and selling of goods. It is on account of the quantity which is purchased, and trade discount is never recorded in books of accounts. I repeat, trade discount is never recorded in books of accounts. So we'll have to be careful about this particular point. Govin paid 1/3 of the amount immediately at a cash discount of rupees 1,000 and for the balance accepted a bill for 3 months. Okay, so there is a cash discount also and trade discount also. Part of the money is paid immediately and part of the money is going to be paid afterwards. Sanjay endorsed the bill to Adesh on the same day in full settlement of his account of rupees 27,500. Now you have to be careful. There are 2-3 words. First one, they have told the amount which is payable to Adesh by Mr. Sanjay is rupees 27,500. Look at the amount, 27,500. So there is a greater chance that the bill must be of rupees 27,500. So Sanjay has sold goods to Govin of rupees 45,000. After deducting 10% discount, the amount will change. Of that amount, 1/3 is paid immediately. Remaining 2/3, there is a bill of exchange which is drawn. We don't know the amount of bill of exchange, but it seems that probably it is rupees 27,500. Why? Because it is endorsed to Adesh. But sir, there is one more word. One more word is in full settlement. In full settlement. The word in full settlement is generally used when you are not making full payment but you are making a little less payment than the total amount, and remaining amount is considered as discount allowed by the creditor or a discount received by the debtor. So sir, there is a chance that probably the bill amount may be smaller, maybe say rupees 27,250, maybe 27,300, maybe 27,000, maybe 26,000, etc. And that bill we are transferring it to Adesh, and then we are telling him please accept this bill in endorsement, and it is in full settlement. So afterwards nothing is going to be paid by us. So yes, we'll have to check this particular point, that probably Adesh is going to give us discount. Sanjay probably is going to receive discount from Adesh. How much is the discount? That is not known. How did I come to know about discount? How did I guess about discount? I'm not knowing whether there is discount or not, but at least looking at the word in full settlement, it indicates, it creates a background in my mind that probably there is going to be some discount. Okay, probably there is going to be some discount between Sanjay and Adesh. On the due date, the bill was dishonored by Govin and noting charges paid by Adesh rupees 450. Okay, so endorsed bill is dishonored. In the books of drawing, the entry for endorsed bill dishonor is known to you. Always same, bills payable account debit to drawer account. In the books of drawer, the entry is endorsee account debit to drawee account, and noting charges are paid, so that is also required to be added. Same entry will be passed. In the books of drawer, the entry will be endorsee account will be credited because endorsee is creditor, and drawee will be debited, so entry will be drawee account debit to endorsee account. And in the books of drawee, the entry will be noting charges. जिसका मिस्टेक उसका खर्चा. आपली मिस्टेक झाली, आपण त्याचा खर्च बेअर करायचा आहे, पण आत्ता आपण पे करणार नाही आहोत, आपण ड्रॉवरला नंतर पे करणार आहोत. सो नोटिंग चार्जेस टू संजय और नोटिंग चार्जेस टू ड्रॉवर, दैट्स एंट्री विच इज गोइंग टू कम. Govin requested Sanjay to renew the bill. Sanjay agreed on the condition that Govin should pay rupees 5,250 immediately along with noting charges, and for the balance Govin should accept a new bill for 2 months also with interest of rupees 1,500. Okay, so old bill is dishonored, and then noting charges are paid, and then some amount is paid, and with that some amount noting charges are also paid. So today cash paid is rupees 5250 plus noting charges. Noting charges are 450, so cash paid today must be 5250 plus 450, that comes to 5,700. And for the balance Govind should accept a new bill for 2 months also with interest of rupees 1500. So interest will be charged. Great. Govind agreed to these conditions and these arrangements were carried through. Sanjay paid Adesh balance due to him. On the due date of the new bill, Govind dishonored the bill. Give journal entries in the books of Sanjay and prepare Sanjay's account in the books of Govind. Okay. Give journal entries in the books of Sanjay. Sanjay is the person who sold the goods. That means we are talking about in the books of seller or in the books of drawer. Journal entries. And prepare Sanjay's account. Sanjay's account cannot be prepared in Sanjay's own books. That means we will have to consider books of somebody else. Who somebody else that is? That is in the books of Govind. Who is Govind? Govind is the buyer. Govind is the drawee. Govind is the debtor on whom the bill was drawn and then ultimately dishonored the bill, etc. So although there is a name of Adesh, they have not asked journal entries in the books of Adesh, nor they have asked the ledger accounts in the books of Adesh. So Adesh account, if any, may be considered, or Adesh account may be written in journal entries by us if it is required in the books of Sanjay and Govind, wherever it is required. But we are not required to go in the books of Adesh. We are going to go in the books of Sanjay and in the books of Govind. In the books of Sanjay we will prepare the journal entries, and in the books of Govind we will prepare the ledger account, and that to one single ledger account, that is called as the Sanjay's account. Okay, so these are the points to be kept in mind. Let us first of all understand how the transaction was created and what is the amount of bill. We want to know the amount of bill because that will help us to understand whether Adesh has given any discount or not. We want to understand the importance of this word. Which word? In full settlement. This word which is used here, in full settlement. We want to understand the meaning of this. Why did they use this word? Is there any discount between Sanjay and Adesh? Between Sanjay and Govind there is a 10% trade discount, plus there is a cash discount of 1000. That is good. But between Sanjay and Adesh, is there any discount or not? That is required to be seen. So we will divide this problem into two different types of transaction. One is the transaction between Sanjay and Govind. We'll make a separate analysis of the same. And one is the transaction between Sanjay and Adesh. We'll make separate analysis of the same. So let me prepare tables for the same. I've prepared these two tables. Analysis of Sanjay and Govind transactions and analysis of Sanjay and Adesh transactions. Now remember, these things are not required to be written by you in examination, but since I am teaching the problem to you, since I am helping you to understand how to think, that's why I have prepared the table. If you want, you may prepare similar tables as a working note in examination, but it is time consuming. Once you have understood the concept now, it will be easy for you to do these things quickly in examination also, okay, without preparing the table also. So it depends upon you, how are you going to solve the problem. Let me first of all help you to create the table now, which you are going to write in the notebook with me. And afterwards you are going to help yourself to create such table in mind. So in the examination, without preparing actual table, you can solve the problem. So this is the table now. Let me write down. They have told you that the goods which are sold. Sanjay sold goods of rupees 45,000 to Govind at 10% trade discount. Sanjay sold goods to Govind at rupees 45,000 and at to trade discount of 10%. So I'll specify sale, or I'll say list price. List price. I hope you remember this format which was taught to you in 11th standard. List price. List price will be 45,000, and then there is trade discount less TD 10%, that comes to 4,500. So whatever remains, that will be considered as invoice price. Invoice price, and the amount is rupees 40,500. Of this amount there are two parts. First part is 1/3 which is paid, and second part is 2/3 which is in balance. So I'll specify paid, it is 1/3, and balance which is 2/3. Clear? So let us calculate the amount first. Invoice price divided into two different parts. Invoice price divided into two different parts, 1/3 and 2/3. 40,500 into 1/3. Please make your calculations. 40,500 into 1/3. Yes. What is the calculation? What is the amount? 40,500 divided by 3. that comes to 13,500. So that is 13,500 here. And then find out the balance. What must be the balance? From 40,500 you are going to deduct 13,500, remaining is 27,000. So the balance is rupees 27,000. Next, they have told you that whatever is paid today, that is after deducting cash discount. So we'll say less cash discount. And how much is the cash discount? They have told 1,000 rupees. If you remember, it is mentioned Govind paid 1/3 of the amount immediately at a cash discount of rupees 1,000. So cash discount is 1,000. Let me consider the same. 13,500 minus 1,000 is equal to what? Invoice price minus cash price is equal to cash paid or received. Cash paid or received. Clear to all of you? Just a moment. Cash paid or received. Amount is rupees how much? 12,500. Okay. Now here there is no cash discount for the balance because it is not paid immediately, and there is no cash paid today. That means the amount of bill, or you can say bills of exchange, the amount is rupees 27,000. So here there is a important point that between Sanjay and Adesh, the old amount was rupees 27,500. Old amount was rupees 27,500, and the bill which is endorsed is of rupees 27,000. Okay, so I'll specify less bill endorsed is rupees 27,000. That means discount in the books of Sanjay it will be called as discount received, and in the books of Adesh it will be called as discount allowed. So I'll specify this is considered as your discount. Amount is rupees 500. This bill of rupees 27,000 will be transferred or endorsed in favor of Adesh at rupees 27,000. I hope it is clear to all of you. But then they have told you that this bill is going to get dishonored. This bill is going to get dishonored. I hope everybody is in a position to understand what I am speaking. Yes. So this 27,000 is transferred there, endorsed to Mr. Adesh. Therefore, Adesh is giving us a discount of 500. For Sanjay it will be called as discount received. For Adesh it will be called as discount allowed. Now remember, if the old amount of Adesh, instead of being 27,500, it would have been exactly 27,000. In that case, there would have been no discount. By transferring the same bill of exchange, there would have been no discount. Reason is, the old amount is 27,000 and bill amount is 27,000. That means the most important thing to be kept in mind is this discount amount, 500 rupees, this discount amount has nothing to do with Govind. This discount amount is only because of the original transaction between Sanjay and Adesh of rupees 27,500 being pending amount. If Sanjay would have given 27,000 rupees cash, then also Adesh would have given him 500 rupees discount. If Sanjay would have given Adesh a check of rupees 27,000, then also Adesh would have given a discount of rupees 500. And now Sanjay had endorsed a bill which is accepted by Govind, then also Adesh is giving a discount of rupees 500. So Adesh is not giving discount because bill is being endorsed to him. Adesh is giving discount because payment is made to him. This payment could have been either in the form of cash, or in the form of check, or in the form of bill of exchange. It may be the bill which was drawn by Adesh and accepted by Sanjay, or it may be the bill drawn by Sanjay on Govind or maybe on anybody else, XYZ, accepted by such person, given to Sanjay, and Sanjay endorsing it to Adesh. Adesh is not giving discount because the bill is accepted by Govind. Adesh is giving discount because he is getting payment, nothing more than that. I am repeating for the last time, whatever kagaj ka tukda, whatever piece of paper Adesh is receiving, if it would have been cash signed by governor of RBI, still he would have given a discount of 500. If it would have been a check which is signed by Sanjay, then also he would have given a discount. If it would have been the bill drawn by Adesh himself, accepted by Sanjay, then also Adesh would have given a discount of 500. If it would have been a bill drawn by Sanjay, accepted by Govind or X or Y or Z, somebody else, still Adesh would have given a discount, because the reason for a discount is not signature of Govind. Reason for a discount is Sanjay making payment today in this or that form. So please remember, this discount of rupees 500 has nothing to do between Sanjay and Govind. This discount is purely between Sanjay and Adesh. Adesh is happy that he's getting payment today. That's why out of happiness, he is giving a cash discount. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay. Then comes the next part. What is happening? This 27,000 bill has gone there, but on the due date, the bill is dishonored. That means Mr. Govind is again going to become our debtor of rupees 27,000, but they have told you that since it is going to be dishonored, what will happen? This part is complete. Second part, bill dishonored. If bill is dishonored, then amount which will be recovered by Adesh from Sanjay will be how much? 27,000 or 27,500. I am repeating again, on the due date, Adesh is going to go and demand money from whom? From Govind. Because Adesh is the endorsee, bill is there with Adesh, bill is not in the cash box of Sanjay. Adesh will go to Govind, will demand money from Govind. Govind has told that I am going to dishonor the bill. Since the bill is dishonored, the amount of bill is how much? 27,000. So that much money will be demanded by Mr. Adesh from Sanjay. And then he is going to specify that Mr. Sanjay, you gave me a trouble. You told me a lie that I am paying money to you. You told me that you are paying money. So I was going to give discount because of either cash is paid or check is given, or maybe a bill which is drawn by me myself and accepted by you is coming back to me, or you have drawn bill on somebody else and then you are endorsing it to me. That's why out of happiness that paisa mil gaya, mala paise milale, I have received money. That was my assumption, and out of that happiness I gave you a discount of rupees 500. But on the due date, I have understood now that the bill is dishonored. That means my happiness is converted into anger. Since my happiness is converted into anger, the discount which was allowed earlier will get cancelled now. Adesh will say discount allowed will get cancelled, and Sanjay will have to say discount received is getting cancelled. So what will be specified? Bill dishonored 27,000 and then add discount cancelled. How much is the discount cancelled? 500. Okay. Not only the discount will be cancelled out of anger of Mr. Adesh, but Adesh is going to notary public also. And Adesh is demanding, Adesh has paid rupees 450 to notary public. So where it is mentioned? It is mentioned here. On the due date, the bill was dishonored by Govind and noting charges paid by Adesh rupees 450. So Adesh has paid rupees 450. We'll have to say Adesh will demand this money from our drawer, that is Sanjay. So he'll say add noting charges will be rupees 450. So ultimately Adesh will specify that I am going to demand total money demanded from Sanjay would be how much? Would be rupees 27,950. 27,950. That's the money which will be demanded by our hero, that is Adesh, that is the endorsee. I hope it is clear to understand. Okay, let me disappear from the screen. So this is how the transactions of Sanjay and Adesh will happen. What is the situation? First there was an opening balance. Old amount was rupees 27,500. It was kept pending. Thereafter Sanjay made new transactions with Govind. The list price of the transaction was rupees 45,000. Trade discount on the same was rupees 4,500 because it is 10%. So the invoice which was prepared by Mr. Sanjay to be given to Govind was of rupees 40,500. Out of that, 1/3 amount Out of that, 1/3 amount is paid immediately by Govin. So 40,500 into 1/3, that becomes 13,500. The balance was kept pending by him, that is 27,000. So invoice price which is immediately settled, immediately paid, is 13,500, and invoice price which is kept in balance is rupees 27,000. So the cash discount is rupees 1,000, and that means Govin must have paid cash, or Sanjay must have received cash of rupees 12,500. For the balance, nothing is paid today. That means there is a bill of exchange of rupees 27,000. Sanjay was going to keep that bill of exchange in his cash box. Drawn by Sanjay, accepted by Govin, given back to Sanjay. Sanjay was going to keep that bill of exchange in his cash box. At that time, he remembered that there is one Mr. Adesh to whom 27,500 is the old amount balance still payable. No goods are newly purchased, original transaction, old transaction. So he is requesting Adesh, would you accept this particular bill? Adesh is happy. Adesh is saying, good. Even if you would have given me cash, still I would have been happy, or check, or bill, or something like that, I would have been happy. Since you are giving a bill, I am happy. What is the amount of bill? 27,000. Chal, theek hai. I am giving you discount. I am happy. I am giving you discount of rupees 500. And Adesh was happy. Sanjay was happy. Everybody was waiting for due date. On the due date, who went to whom? Adesh went to Govin and demanded money from Govin, but Govin has dishonored the bill. So first thing, Adesh's happiness of the past will get converted into anger of today, and he'll first of all say, whatever discount was considered earlier, that I'm going to cancel. So he's going to demand 500 rupees extra over and above the 27,000 on account of bill dishonored. So bill dishonored 27,000, he will demand from Sanjay, plus 500 rupees of discount cancelled, again he will demand from Sanjay, and plus noting charges, because he is paying noting charges to Notary Public 450, that also is going to demand from Sanjay. So he is going to demand totally 27,950 from Sanjay, total money demanded from Sanjay upon dishonor of the bill. I hope it is clear to all of you. So this is all about Sanjay and Adesh transactions. Let us now consider what will happen to Sanjay and Govin transactions. On the due date, Govin is dishonoring the bill. Since on the due date, Govind is dishonoring the bill. Since on the due date, Govind is dishonoring the bill, what will happen? We will have to accept that. Let us now start considering our Govind to be again our debtor of rupees how much? Of rupees 27,000. Then immediately the accountant of Mr. Sanjay will specify that, sir, earlier the old bill was of rupees 27,000, but Mr. Adesh has paid noting charges. Let us demand noting charges from Mr. Govin. So the accountant of Sanjay will specify, yes, on account of dishonor of bill, Govind has again become our debtor by rupees 27,000, and on account of Adesh paying noting charges to Notary Public, which he will demand from us. Why should we pay out of our pocket? We will demand it from Govin, because Govin is the person who made the mistake. जिसका मिस्टेक उसका खर्चा. जो चूक करतो तो चुकीचा भुर्दंड भोगतो. The person who makes mistake must bear the charges of mistake. So sir, let us demand 27,000 from Mr. Govin plus demand 450 from Govin. Sanjay will say yes, very good. We will demand 27,000 from Govin plus we will demand 450 from Govin. Then the accountant of Sanjay, out of his happiness, will say, sir, and let us also demand rupees 500. Why? Because Mr. Govin has dishonored the bill. Because of his dishonor, Sanjay has demanded noting charges. Similarly, because of his dishonor, Sanjay has, mistake on my part, Adesh has demanded noting charges, and because of dishonor, Adesh has cancelled discount. So if there would have been no dishonor, there would have been no discount cancellation. So the discount cancellation is on account of Govin. So let us demand discount also from Govin. This kind of argument can be coming, and this is a tricky argument. You have to be very careful about this argument. In the exam hall, there is a chance that you may also feel, yes, this is a correct argument. Let us demand 27,950 from Govin. Why? Because Govind is the person who made a mistake. जिसका mistake उसका खर्चा. The person who makes the mistake must bear the charges of mistake. If Govin would have honored the bill, discount would not have got cancelled. So cancellation of discount is as a result of dishonor by Govin. Cancellation of discount is on account of dishonor by Govin. So it's a mistake of Govin. Let us ask him to bear the charges of mistake. Let us ask him to pay 450 as well as rupees 500. For 450 you are correct, for 500 you are incorrect, because number one, discount is not cancelled on account of Govin. Discount is cancelled because it was given, and it was given under the assumption that the bill will be honored. If you would not have given a bill, if you would have given a check, then also discount would have been given to you. If you would have given cash, then also you would have enjoyed discount. So Adesh is not cancelling discount because the bill is dishonored. If the check would have been dishonored, still he would have cancelled discount. If the cash would have been fake currency, he would have cancelled discount. So there is no link between Govin's behavior and Adesh's behavior. Adesh is giving discount out of happiness, and his happiness turned sour. It converted into anger. So that is okay. It will be considered as a transaction only between Sanjay and Adesh. It is not to be linked with Govin. I am repeating again. Adesh would have given discount. Adesh had not given discount by looking at the signature of Govin. If that would have been the case, if Adesh would have specified like this, since you are giving the signature of Govin as acceptor on the bill of exchange, as drawee on the bill of exchange, I am ready to give you discount. If this is the situation, then dishonor of the bill by Govin would have been considered as the reason for the purpose of cancellation of discount. Adesh is not at all interested in who is accepting the bill. He is just saying it's a bill of exchange covered under the Negotiable Instrument Act. It can be used for the purpose of transaction. I am happy. It is as good as cash. That's why I'm ready to give you discount. He did not see also who is Mr. Govin and what is his signature and other things. If today you would have given cash, still he would have given discount. If today you would have given check, still he would have given discount. If today he would have drawn a bill and you would have accepted the same, still he would have given a discount. So his discount is not at all related to Govin and Govin's acceptance. That means the discount cancellation should not be again attributed back to Govin. So Govin will be demanded rupees 27,000 by Mr. Sanjay. Mr. Sanjay will demand 27,000 from Govin. Mr. Sanjay will also demand 450 rupees of noting charges, but Mr. Sanjay cannot demand the amount of 500 rupees, that is discount cancelled. I hope it is very clear to all of you. This is the most crucial point of this problem. Many students make a mistake. They calculate Sanjay and Adesh transactions properly, but they unnecessarily transfer the discount cancellation entry back to Govin. Please don't transfer discount cancelled by Adesh to Govin. Noting charges, yes, because noting charges are on account of Govin's dishonor. If Govin would have honored the bill, Adesh would not have gone to notary public. That means Adesh would not have paid noting charges. So there would have been no difficulty. So in that case, noting charges are as a result of Govin's decision. I hope it is clear to all of you. So we'll specify bill of exchange is 27,000. Let me consider that here the first transaction was over, and then bill dishonored. 27,000 will be demanded, plus 450 will be demanded for noting charges. ₹450 will be demanded for noting charges. Okay, and they have told you some interest was also demanded. How much is interest demanded? 1,500. Okay, so 1,500 rupees is the interest which is demanded. Let me go for analysis table. I'll specify add interest which is demanded, because that fellow is making delay now. 1,500, that is the interest. So let us calculate the amount. What is the amount? The amount is 27,000, that is the old bill, plus 450, that is the amount of noting charges, plus 1,500, that is the amount of your interest. So total amount will be demanded is 28,950. Total amount demanded is 28,950. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, 28,950. Out of that, he is paying some amount today. How much amount he is paying today? They have told you that is paying some 5,250 along with noting charges. That is a sentence which was used by the problem, that he is paying rupees 5,250 along with noting charges. See, here it is, Govind requested Sanjay to renew the bill. Sanjay agreed on the condition that Govind should pay rupees 5250 immediately along with noting charges. So today, how much is the cash which is received? This is the total demand, total money, just a minute. Total money demanded from, who is that? Govind. Total money demanded from Govind is known to us now. Clear to all of you? Total money demanded from Govind is how much? 28,950. Next part, less, let me remove the underline part because there is some calculation here. Less from that, how much cash is received today? Cash paid immediately. Is it paid by cash or it is paid by check? Govind requested Sanjay to renew bill. Sanjay agreed on the condition that Govind should pay rupees 5250 immediately along with noting charges, and for the balance new bill vagara vagara vagara. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I can specify, we can call it as cash, and amount of cash will be how much? 5250 plus 450. 5250 plus 450. So the cash received today is how much? 5250 plus 450. That comes to 5700. So cash received is 5700. Whatever remains, that will be considered as the amount of new bill. I hope it is clear to all of you. Whatever remains, that will be considered as the amount of new bill. Okay. New bill. So 28,950 minus 5,700. 28,950 minus 5,700, that is 23,250. That is the amount of new bill. I am repeating again, bill dishonored 27,000, so that much money we are going to demand from our hero, that is Govind, plus we are going to demand noting charges, but we cannot demand discount cancelled by Adesh because there is no link between Adesh's discount and Govind's transaction. If Adesh old amount would have been 27,000 and you would have given the same endorsement of rupees 27,000, Adesh would not have cancelled the discount. So the cancellation of discount is not at all related to endorsement of bill or signature of Govind on the same. Cancellation of discount is because of the love of happiness of Adesh getting converted into anger of Adesh. And it would have got converted into anger even if it would have been a bill accepted by X or Y or maybe a check or maybe a fake currency note. Everything is okay. So that particular thing has not at all any relation with the signature of Adesh. That means 500 rupees cannot be demanded from Adesh. 500 rupees cannot be demanded from Govind. Noting charges you can demand 27,000 plus 450 plus interest of 1,500. So total money demanded from Govind will be 28,950. Out of that he is immediately paying some cash, and how much cash is paying? 5250 together with noting charges, so 450. That means today's cash received is 5,700. New bill is 23,250. Now last point before I go ahead. Some students get confused. Sir, they have told you that new bill should be together with interest. So please consider 23,250 plus interest, and they have told you interest of rupees 1,500. So some students, after making all this working perfectly, the last moment they make a last mistake. They specify new bill is equal to 23,250 plus 1,500. Please don't add 1,500 to 23,250. We have already added 1,500 here. So this 23,250 is already after considering interest. There is no need to consider one more interest separately. If you want another presentation method, then in that case you can specify bill dishonored 27,000, add noting charges 450, then don't add interest at all. Just keep mum. So this total will be different. This total will not be 28,950. It will be something around 27,450. From that deduct 5,700. Then you will get the amount of new bill which will be lesser by rupees 1,500. Then you should say add back rupees 1,500 of interest, and then you can say final amount of new bill. but that is something which is little bit complicated calculation. I will consider simple logic. When the bill is dishonored, then the bill amount is demanded. Here the same is the case logic here. When the bill is dishonored, bill amount is demanded. Then whatever transactions happen on account of such dishonor, those transactions are required to be reversed or added. So accordingly, discount was cancelled, that was added. That discount is having no relationship to Govin, so discount was not considered here. Noting charges were ultimately going to be demanded from Govin, so noting charges considered in the transaction of Sanjay and Adesh, because Adesh paid it, he will demand it from Sanjay and Sanjay will demand it from Govin, so we have considered noting charges. This interest has nothing to do with Adesh. Adesh won't say that since you are going to demand 1500 rupees interest from Govin, you give me 1500 rupees. That is not the case. Whatever interest we will charge to Govin, that is our transaction. Whatever discount he gave it to us, that was our transaction. Whatever discount he cancelled from us, that is our transaction. But whatever noting charges he paid, that is a transaction between he and us and Govin. Because noting charges is not because of our mistake, it is because of the mistake of Mr. Govin. I hope it is clear to all of you. So this 5700 after deducting from 28,950. 28,950 represents number 1 the amount of old bill, number 2 the amount of noting charges, number 3 the amount of interest. So it is already including interest. From that we are deducting 5250 and 450 rupees, that is 5700. Remaining amount will be considered as amount of new bill. So lengthy discussion requires proper concentration. I hope you have understood the entire concept. Now we are going to consider journal entries in the books of Sanjay, who is a drawer. That means it will be in the books of yellow person. And we are going to consider Sanjay's account, ledger account, in the books of Govin. That means green person. Okay, that is what we are going to do. The most important point, one more or at least one concession for us in this problem is that there is no date given to us. So our date column can be just consisting of only question mark, question mark, question mark. That is more than sufficient. Date column can be having no dates. We may just put number of entries, entry number 1, entry number 2, etc. and we may put a question mark for the date column. So at least that concession is there. We are not required to calculate nominal due date and legal due date and so many other things. In fact, interest calculation is also not there. They have already given us the amount of interest, 1500. Only one particular thing was required to be calculated, that is trade discount and amount of bill. That we have done properly. I hope everybody has understood it. So let us start with the entries. First transaction is old amount between Sanjay and Adesh, but it's an opening balance, it's not a transaction. In journal we pass the entries for transaction, not for the balances. So 27,500 we are not going to consider any balance, any entry in the journal book. Second part, when we are considering, just a moment, let me rearrange this. Yes, okay. Second part is the transaction between Sanjay and Govin. Goods are sold of rupees how much? Goods sold are of rupees 45,000 or 40,500. Be clear about it. Goods sold will be of rupees how much? 45,000 or 40,500. Then your 11th standard will come to your help. In 11th standard we have studied that trade discount is never recorded in books of accounts. Since trade discount is never recorded in books of accounts, we are not going to consider the transaction of rupees 45,000, but we will be considering the transaction of rupees 40,500. What is happening in the books of Sanjay? Sale is taking place. So Sanjay will specify Govind is the receiver, goods are going out, entry will be Govind account debit to sales account. Entry will be Govind account debit to sales account. Let me consider first entry, question mark, and entry number 1. Transaction is Govind account debit to sales account. Amount is rupees how much? Amount is rupees 40,500, being goods sold at 10% trade discount. Immediately on the same day he is paying some cash. Immediately on the same day he is paying some cash. How much cash is paying? That we have already calculated. One third amount of the invoice price he is paying but after deducting a cash discount of rupees 1000. So what is the cash coming in? 12,500. And how much amount we are going to cancel from his account? 13,500. Now in 11th standard, this logic was also taught to you that trade discount is never recorded in books of accounts, but cash discount is always recorded in books of accounts. That means you must consider the entry for rupees 13,500 and 1,000 and 12,500. Sanjay, cash is coming in, debit what comes in, so cash account debit. Cash account debit, discount allowed account debit. This is which discount? This is a cash discount. Cash account debit 12,500. Discount allowed account debit 1,000. 2. Who is the giver? Govind is the giver because he gave us cash. To Govind account, amount is rupees 13,500. Being part payment received and cash discount allowed. Being part payment received and cash discount allowed. Simple. 13,500. Kam khatam. Balance remaining is how much? Balance remaining is 27,000. What did we do for that? We drew a bill of exchange for the same. Bill of exchange was rupees how much? Bill of exchange was of rupees 27,000. So the entry will be bill is coming in, debit what comes in, bills receivable account debit. For Sanjay it is bills receivable, for Govind it will be bills payable. We are not considering entries of Govind just now, so we are only going to consider from the viewpoint of Sanjay. It is bill receivable which is coming in, debit what comes in, bills receivable account debit rupees 27,000, bills receivable account debit rupees 27,000, and Govind is the giver, credit the giver to Govind account. Entry will be bills receivable account debit to Govind account. Amount is how much? 27,000. Being bill received, duly accepted. Simple entry, simple narration. We have done it for n number of times now. I am very sure that you can write the narration even without my help. Being bill received, duly accepted. Narration is not very difficult. It is just writing the transaction information in a sentence. Thereafter what is going to happen? After the bill is received, it is going to get endorsed. And to whom it is going to go for? Adesh. But now the account of Adesh is of rupees 27,500 and the endorsement of bill is of rupees 27,000. So we will be getting discount. Adesh will allow discount, Sanjay will receive discount, Govind will be out of question because Govind is not a party to this transaction. So we will specify that bill is going out, credit what goes out, Adesh is the receiver, debit the receiver, but full settlement, so discount is received. Entry will be Adesh account debit 27,500 to bills receivable account 27,000 to discount received account 500. Sanjay will specify Adesh is the receiver, debit the receiver, Adesh account debit to bills receivable to discount received. To discount received account. Adesh account debit, they have used the word full settlement, so we are going to consider 27,500. But bill endorsed is of rupees 27,000 and to discount received is rupees 500. Being bill endorsed and discount received. Being bill endorsed and discount received. Now remember, this discount is not allowed by Adesh because he was very much in love with Govind. He gave the discount because he was under impression that money is received. He gave the discount because he was under impression that money is received. If the bill would have been accepted by X or by Y or by Z or by L, M, N, O, P, anybody in this world, still Adesh would have allowed the discount. That means there is no link between Adesh's discount and Govind's behavior. Since there is no link between Adesh's discount and Govind's behavior, this discount, when Adesh will cancel it at the time of dishonor, it will not be demanded from Govind. If there is a link, then it will be demanded. If there is no link, then it cannot be demanded. Okay, so next part is going to happen. What is the next part? Bill is endorsed now, and then everybody is happy. The bill has gone out of the cash box of Sanjay. It is now lying in the cash box of Adesh. Adesh is waiting for the due date. On the due date, Adesh is going to go to Govind and will going to demand money. Will demand money from Govind. Adesh will demand money from Govind on the due date, but Govind has decided to dishonor the bill. That means in the books of Sanjay, that means Govind will specify bills payable is cancelled. Govind, Droy, green book. He will specify bills payable is cancelled and money is payable back to Sanjay, because he doesn't know who is Adesh and all. So he will say bills payable to Sanjay. Since Govind did not pay, Adesh will get very angry. Adesh is that purple fellow. If you remember, endorse is always purple in my solutions. Adesh is the purple fellow. He will feel very angry and he'll say, okay, I'm going to demand money from whom? I'm going to demand money from Sanjay. If Govind doesn't pay, it's okay. I am going to talk to Mr. Sanjay. So he will demand money from Sanjay, and then Sanjay will have to say, okay, that means I need to pay to Adesh to keep his head cool down. So Adesh is my creditor now, and I'm not going to leave Govind. I'm going to catch hold of his neck. I'm going to catch hold of him. I'm going to drag him to the court of law. I'm going to recover money from him. So Govind is my debtor and Adesh is my creditor. So the entry will be in the books of Sanjay, entry number 5. Entry number 5, Govind is the debtor, Govind account debit, and Adesh is the creditor. So to Adesh account, amount is rupees 27,000. Is it clear to all of you? But there is a complication. The moment you are going to say Govind account debit to Adesh account 27,000, Adesh will specify no, I am not going to accept 27,000. I am your creditor by rupees 27,500. So now there is a complication. His love, his happiness has got converted into anger. So we'll have to say Govind account debit 27,000 to Adesh account 27,500. But then again there is a mistake. Journal entry cannot have different amount in debit and different amount in credit. That means debit must be increased by rupees 500. Okay sir, let us debit Govind account by rupees 27,500. That is not allowed. There is no link between Adesh and Govind. So we cannot specify that since Adesh is our creditor by rupees 27,500, you have automatically become my debtor by rupees 27,500. It's not allowed. So our entry will have to be modified by us. We'll have to specify here that Adesh account credit 27,500 is correct. His love, his happiness got converted into anger, so he is demanding the full original amount back. Agreed, 27,500. But we cannot demand money of rupees 27,500 from Govind. We can only demand 27,000 from Govind. That means we should say this discount received, which was credited by us in the past, entry number 4. Please look at entry number 4. This discount received, which was credited by us in the past, is now cancelled. So discount received is to be cancelled. Income is required to be cancelled. Gain is required to be cancelled. Income whenever enjoyed, it is credit. So income whenever it is cancelled, it will be debited. So it will be called as discount received account debit. Sir, how can you debit discount received account? Discount received is income. So debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. How can you debit it? Yes, what you are saying is very true. Discount received is income. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So discount received account should be always credited when it is received. Now discount is not received. Now the old discount received is getting cancelled. So income is getting cancelled. Income is getting negated. Income is getting reversed. That's why we are reversing the thing, and the credit income is getting debited so that it is going to get cancelled. I hope it is clear to all of you. This is a very beautiful, very important entry. Many students make a mistake in examination. I want you to concentrate on this entry properly. Adesh is angry. He will demand full amount back. Adesh's anger we cannot pass on to Govind. We can demand only rupees 27,000 from him. So Govind is our debtor and Adesh is our creditor. Entries are not tallying. Difference will be cancellation of discount received. Discount received is income. So now cancellation of the same is equal to expenditure or loss. It will be debited. So entry is drawee account debit, Govind account debit. To drawer account, but amounts are not matching. So Govind drawee account debit. Discount received account debit for cancellation to Adesh account, that is to the endorsee account. I hope it is clear to all of you. Being endorsed bill dishonored and discount received from Adesh cancelled. Okay, being endorsed bill dishonored and discount received from Adesh cancelled. But Adesh is not going to keep quiet. He is going to go to notary public and is demanding money from notary public. He's asking notary public to write down the things and give him a certificate, noting and protesting. Notary public is charging some money for that. That money also Adesh will demand from Sanjay. Now Sanjay knows that this money is not like anger of Adesh which cannot be transferred to Govind. These are noting charges of notary public. Nobody goes to notary public out of their love and affection to notary public. People go to notary public only when the bill is dishonored. That means this transaction of 450 rupees which are paid by Mr. Adesh to notary public are as a result of decision taken by Govind to dishonor the bill. So it will be demanded from Govind, but it will be payable to Adesh. So Sanjay will specify, I did not pay to notary public, so no cash is going out of my pocket. I am going to pay. To whom? To Adesh. But am I going to pay out of my pocket? No, I will be demanding it from Govind. So Govind is my debtor and Adesh is my creditor. Entry will be Govind account debit to Adesh account. Amount is how much? Amount is rupees 450. Being noting charges paid by, who is that? Adesh. Okay. Next part. After that, next entry is we are going to charge some interest now, and we are going to demand some cash now, because that Govind has come to us. Govind has come to us and he has requested Sanjay to renew the bill. On the due date, bill was dishonored by Govind and noting charges paid by Adesh rupees 450. We have completed that transaction. Govind requested Sanjay to renew the bill. Okay. Sanjay agreed on the condition that Govind should pay rupees 5250 immediately along with noting charges, and for the balance Govind should accept a new bill for 2 months along with interest of rupees 1500. Okay. Okay. Very good. So today we are going to get cash of rupees 5250 and noting charges of rupees 450. Cash is coming in, debit what comes in? Cash or bank account debit. So entry number 7. Interest is to be added to the amount of new bill. That's why I'm not considering the entry here. I'm first of all considering the entry for cash received. Cash is coming in, debit what comes in? Cash account debit. And who is the giver? Govind is the giver to Govind account. How much money he is paying? 5700. Being what? Being part payment received. Together with noting charges. Along with noting charges. Okay. Next part. And then we are going to charge interest. How much is interest we are charging? 1500. So I'll specify interest is our income. Sanjay is saying that interest is my income, and this income I'm going to recover from Govind, because Govind is making delay. I'm giving him facility to pay afterwards. Since I'm giving him facility to pay afterwards, he should pay me for that facility for delay. That's why the entry will be interest is my income, which I'm going to recover from Govind. Govind account debit to interest account amount is rupees 1500. Sir, what will happen if I'll pass the entry of rupees 1500 first and thereafter I'm going to pass the entry for 5700? Will it be okay? Yes, no problem, because all these things are happening on the same date. Interest is also charged, cash is also received, everything is happening on the same date, due date. On that date Govind has come and he has made a request that please do all these different things, I'm ready to accept new bill. Okay, so entry will be Govind account debit to interest account, being interest charge. Next, then for the remaining amount we are going to draw the bill. For the remaining amount we are going to draw the bill. What is the remaining amount? 27,000 plus 450 plus 1,500, everything is taken together, so total debit is, or total debtor is 28,950, out of which 5,700 is already received, so remaining amount is 23,250. that is the amount of new bill. Cash is coming in, debit what comes in, sorry, bill is coming in, debit what comes in. Bills receivable account debit to Govind account, and amount is rupees kitna we have calculated just now, किती आली होती रे? 23,250. शाबास, 23,250, 23,250, 23,250, 23,250 being bill received, or I'll say being new bill received, duly accepted. Very beautiful transaction. Okay, so I have enlarged the screen for all of you. Up to 9th entry we have completed. Okay, first was goods sold, second was part payment received and cash discount allowed, third was bill received for the remaining money, next was bill was endorsed to Adesh and Adesh was very happy. Out of happiness he gave us a discount. Then on the due date Adesh went and demanded money, but Govind dishonored the bill. So Adesh became angry, but we could not transfer Adesh's anger to Govind, because Adesh would have given this discount and Adesh would have cancelled this discount, even if in place of Govind it would have been X, Y, Z, L, M, N, O, P. So there is no relationship between Adesh's anger and Govind. That's why we cannot transfer the discount cancellation to Govind. Govind account will be debited by the old amount. Old amount is how much? 27,000. But Adesh account will be credited by his old amount, and Adesh's old amount was 27,500. So discount received account will have to be cancelled now. When discount received is enjoyed, at that time it is income, that's why it is credited. When it is cancelled, it is required to be debited. Then we are going to demand noting charges, which Adesh has paid to the notary public, which we will demand it from Govind. So Govind is our debtor and Adesh is our creditor by rupees 450 also. Then whatever cash we are ready to receive from Govind, that's what we are going to take. That is cash account debit to Govind account, and then Govind account debit to interest account, because we are going to demand interest, and ultimately we are going to receive a new bill from Govind. So that is bill receivable account debit to Govind account. This is how the entries will be passed. What is the next transaction they have told? Govind agreed to these conditions and these arrangements were carried through. So we have done this particular thing. Sanjay paid Adesh balance due to him. So now we are required to pay to Adesh balance due to him. Tell me what is the balance due to him? We have already calculated. Total money demanded from Sanjay by Mr. Adesh will be 27,950. So the cash which we will pay to Mr. Adesh will be 27,950. Why are we paying? Because they have clearly told that Govind agreed to these conditions and these arrangements were carried through. Sanjay paid Adesh balance due to him. So in the books of Sanjay, payment will be made to Adesh of rupees how much? 27,950. How did we get 27,950? Long working is already discussed by us. 27,950. Entry number 10 in the books of Sanju Baba, that is in the books of Sanjay. In the books of Sanjay, entry will be, who is the receiver? Adesh is the receiver. Adesh account debit. What is going out? Cash is going out. So to cash account. And how much cash is going out? 27,950. Discount has already been lost by us, plus we are required to pay 450 rupees extra, being Adesh's account settled, or you can say paid off. Okay. Now a bill of rupees 23,250, this is a new bill, 23,250, is lying in our cash box because it is accepted by Govind and given it to us. They have told that Govind agreed to these transactions and these arrangements were carried through. So this is known to us that the bill is already accepted by Govind and it is lying in our cash box. Since it is lying in our cash box, on the due date we will go and demand money from Mr. Govin. But they have told new bill is also dishonored by Govin. New bill is also dishonored by Govin, so entry will be for us, Govind has again become a debtor and a bills receivable has become useless. Entry will be Govind account debit to bills receivable account, entry number 11 in the books of Sanjay. Govind account debit to bills receivable account. Amount is rupees 23,250. So we know that ultimately for us Govind is again a debtor of rupees 23,250. He bought goods from us of rupees 45,000, but we gave him a trade discount of 10%. So ultimately the transaction was agreed and the bill was prepared at rupees 40,500. He paid some cash of rupees 13,500. Remaining cash he did not pay, so we and there was noting charges also required to be paid, plus he agreed that he's going to pay interest, and then he paid some amount of money. All these adjustments are completed, so we know that he's our debtor by rupees 23,250, for which he accepted a new bill, and on the due date of new bill it is dishonored. That's why we are again going to specify that he has become our debtor by rupees 23,250, being bill dishonored, being dishonored. Full stop. Khatam. Now they have not told whether Govind has become insolvent or not and how much money is received from his estate. Nothing is mentioned, so I can't pass the entry of cash account debit, bad debt account debit, etc. I cannot consider. So good. Lot of different entries we have completed just now. Last two entries again, let me show it to you. If it is required, please pause the video, check all your entries properly. These are the first 9 entries. Pause the video, check all your entries, and these are last 2 entries. Pause the video, check all your entries. Once everything is complete, then comes the last part of the problem. Probably you must have been thinking that okay, problem is over, but no, problem was having 2 parts. First part, in the books of Sanjay, pass the journal entries. Second, in the books of Govind, prepare Sanjay account. Again, this is quite a roller coaster ride, quite a twisting problem. Now they are asking you to prepare in the books of Govind, that is in the books of drawee, Sanjay account. In the books of drawee Sanjay account, that is drawer account, and there is a transaction for sale or purchase. That means there is no tension, we need not consider opening balance. No sir, you told there is an old balance. Yes, the old balance was for Sanjay and Adesh, but we are preparing ledger account in the books of Govind. Here there is no old balance. I hope it is clear to all of you. Therefore there is no opening balance to ledger account. But now the most important thing is all these journal entries. There is a chance that last moment a student may specify, sir, now it is easy, we already have the journal entries, let us make the posting. It's not possible. These entries are in the books of Sanjay, and we are interested in preparing ledger account in the books of Govind. That means we should now think about, first of all, what must be the entry in the books of Govind. First you will have to reconstruct the journal entry in the books of Govind in your mind. It is not written anywhere. These entries are in the books of Sanjay. So first we'll have to mentally imagine the entries in the books of Govind, and then we'll have to post them. So let us consider first entry. Sanjay is saying Govind to sales. Sanjay is saying Govind to sales. Govind will say purchases to Sanjay. I hope it is clear to all of you. Sanjay is saying Govind to sales. So Govind will say okay, purchases to Sanjay. So purchases account debit to Sanjay account. Purchases account debit to Sanjay account. So purchases debit and Sanjay account credit. Date column is not known. Entry number 1 that I am passing here by purchases account. The amount is rupees 40,500. Be careful, don't write the entry for 45,000. Now I know that you would prefer me to get out of the screen, but there are some gestures which are necessary for you to understand. That's why I'm not getting out of the screen. Okay, look at my hands. I'm thinking from whose viewpoint it will be easy for you to understand, and then it will be easy for the purpose of passing the entries. So although I may be making a little bit of disturbance on the screen, still please bear with me. Okay, let me start with the next part. Next part is second entry. What is the second entry? Sanjay is saying cash is coming in, debit what comes in, cash account debit. Discount is allowed, discount allowed account debit. And all these different things are happening because of Govind. So Govind is the giver of cash to Govind account. The entry in the books of Sanjay is cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Govind account. Exactly reverse entry will be passed in the books of Govind. He will say Sanjay is the receiver, debit the receiver, Sanjay account debit. Sanjay is the receiver, debit the receiver, Sanjay account debit. Discount is received and cash is going out. Discount received is rupees 1000 and cash going out is rupees 12,500. So entry will be in the books of Govind. I am repeating again, in the books of Govind entry will be Sanjay account debit rupees 13,500. Sanjay account debit rupees 13,500. But how this 13,500 will come there? To cash account 12,500 and to discount received account rupees 1000. I hope it is clear to all of you. This is entry number 2 only. That entry number 2 is having two accounts which are affecting Sanjay account. Accordingly it is considered. Okay. Next one. Third entry. Bills receivable account debit to Govind account. Bills receivable account debit to Govind account. That is the entry passed by Sanjay. Now what will be the entry passed by Govind? Govind will say Sanjay is the receiver, Sanjay account debit to bills payable account. Sanjay account debit to bills payable account. So Sanjay account debit side to bills payable account. Amount is rupees 27,000. Now just for a moment let me disappear from the screen. Look into the screen properly. If you look into the account, you can see the purchases are rupees 40,500. Cash paid is 12,500. Discount received is 1,000. So totaling हो गया 13,500 and 27,000 on debit. So the total of debit side is 40,500, which matches with the total of credit side 40,500. So on the due date, when Adesh goes to Govind and Govind, if suppose he settles the account, pays the money, honors the bill, then Sanjay account is already closed. Sanjay account is already over now. But unfortunately what is happening? On the due date he decided to dishonor the bill. So this story went on and we are required to consider other entries. Okay, let us consider next situation. Entry number 4. Adesh account debit to bills receivable to discount received. This is a transaction between Sanjay and Adesh. Govind is not at all concerned with this transaction. So in that case Govind will specify, sorry, this is your transaction, you record, Adesh let him record. So it will be recorded in yellow books and purple books, not in green books. If it is not in green books, it is no question of, there is no question of ledger posting in green books. So fourth entry we are not going to post. Okay. Fifth entry passed by Sanjay is Govind account debit, discount received account debit to Adesh account. We are going to now think about what will be the reverse entry in the books of Govind. Green books में entry क्या होगा, ग्रीन बुक्स मध्ये एंट्री काय असेल त्याचा आपल्याला विचार करायचा आहे. ओके, पण तो म्हणाले बघा ते डिस्काउंट रिसिव्डच्या गोष्टी मला नका सांगू, तुमचं तुम्ही काय खेळायचं ते खेळा. Discount received is your problem, not to be confused with me. I am not at all party to this discount received. So you may cancel discount received, that is your lookout, but I am not going to consider myself in discount received. So for me the entry which is told by you is Govind account debit, discount received account debit to Adesh account, but I will consider I am dishonoring my bill. My bill was of rupees 27,000 and this amount is payable to Sanjay. So Sanjay is again my creditor by rupees 27,000. So in my ledger on the credit side I should accept that Sanjay account, which was appearing to be already closed, is not actually closed. He is still my creditor. That's why I am going to consider, let me credit him. Why I am crediting him? Because I have not honored my bills payable. By bills payable, amount is rupees 27,000 because that is the amount he is going to demand from us, that is Sanjay is going to demand from us. But Sanjay is saying no, I am not going to demand only 27,000 from you, I am going to demand 27,500 from you. Immediately Govind will say, sorry, 500 is not related to me, don't talk to me about 500. I am ready to accept, I have dishonored my own bill, accepted by me, so that much is my liability, plus 450 is okay, I can accept because it is my mistake that you are required to go to notary public. So I am ready to consider the notary charges, and for me it is my expenditure, so I'll record my expenditure name by noting charges account. Amount is rupees 450. So now for Mr. Govind, Sanjay has become creditor by rupees 27,000 plus rupees 450. Okay. Next, he is ready to pay some cash to Sanjay. Sanjay is saying cash is coming in, debit what comes in, cash account debit to Govind account. Govind will say Sanjay is the receiver, debit the receiver. Sanjay is the receiver, debit the receiver, Sanjay account debit, and cash is going out, credit what goes out, so to cash account. Sanjay account debit to cash account, entry number 7. Entry number 7, I'm going to consider here Sanjay account debit to cash account. Amount is rupees 5,700. Some of you may get confused. Sir, it is mentioned here cash account debit. So how could you say this is not cash account, this is Sanjay account. How could you say Sanjay account at debit side to cash account? Actually we should say cash account debit side to Govind account. Yes, in yellow journal there is one entry which is passed by Sanjay. We are passing one more entry in our mind. Green journal is in our mind, and in the green journal, from the green journal in our mind we are posting these entries. So in the green journal Sanjay account is debited and cash account is credited. That's why Sanjay account debit side to cash account. Okay. This twisting problem, very beautiful brain twisting question. Okay. Next one, 8th entry passed by Sanjay is Govind account debit to interest. Sanjay on paper, yellow journal, he is writing entry Govind to interest. So Govind in his mind, in green journal he must have passed the entry interest is my expenditure and it is payable to Sanjay. Interest account debit to Sanjay account. Entry number 8. Entry number 8 by interest account. Amount is rupees 1,500. I hope you can see that particular thing, 1,500. Okay. Next part. 9th entry, bills receivable to Govind. Yellow journal on paper, bills receivable to Govind. Green journal in mind, entry will be Sanjay account debit to bills payable. Sanjay account debit to bills payable. Sanjay account debit side. Entry number 9. To bills payable account. 23,000. What was the amount we calculated? 23,250. Yeah, 23,250. Check it out. 40,500 plus 40,500 and these first 3 entries 40,500, everything is complete. Then 27,000 on credit, then 450 on credit. So credit side became 27,450. Okay, 27,450 minus 5,700 is equal to X amount. Add to that 1,500 will be equal to 23,250. So actually speaking, now after 9th entry our Sanjay account is tallying. Check करके देखो. You can check it out whether Sanjay account is tallying or not. It is tallying. So if on the due date Govind again honors the second bill, everything is complete. There is no tension. Sanjay account is already tallying. There is no difficulty at all. So we will wait up to the due date. What is going to happen? Next part. Then Adesh account debit to cash account is the entry passed by our yellow journal. So it's a transaction between Sanjay and Adesh. That means Govind is not at all a party to this transaction. If Govind is not a party to this transaction, there is no entry to be passed by Govind. So in the mind, in green journal, no entry. Since there is no entry, there is no posting. So 10th entry we are not going to post. Okay. 4th entry we have not posted. 10th entry we are not posting. 11th entry, Govind account debit to bills receivable. Sanjay is saying money is receivable from Govind because he has dishonored the bill. Then we should say our bills payable is again dishonored and Govind is Sanjay is our creditor. So entry will be here, entry number 11 by bills payable account. Amount is how much? 23,250. Okay. So now let us take the total and find out the balance. The balance of this account should be 23,250. I think credit side is heavy. let us check that particular thing. Credit side is heavy. Let us check that particular thing. It is 40,500 plus 27,000 plus 450 plus 1,500 plus 23,250 is equal to how much? 92,700. 92,700. Okay, and then deduct all these different things from this account. Minus 12,500 minus 1,000 minus 27,000 minus 5,700 minus 23,250, and balance remaining is exactly 23,250 because that is the last bill which we did not pay. So 23,250 is the balance which is remaining. I should consider here to balance carried forward. If it's a balance carried forward, it will have to be brought down again. Here I'll specify by balance brought down. Amount is how much? 23,250. Okay, so let me enlarge this screen. Yeah. This is how the entire ledger account in green books. Remember, we have not passed journal entries in the green books. Green books journal entries are in our mind, and based on those entries in mind, we have prepared this ledger account. So very beautiful problem. First part is understanding this analysis. Second part is understanding the treatment of discount. Third part is understanding the amount of new bill. Fourth part is passing all the entries in the books of yellow person, that is drawer. And fifth part, imagining in green journal what must be the entry and accordingly preparing the ledger account. So very beautiful problem. Last problem, such type of difficult question may come in examination. If it comes, then you should be in a position to solve it. So I'll recommend you to solve it once or twice. It will be easy for you to understand it properly. So thank you very much for showing so much stamina, eagerness for the purpose of understanding such difficult question. Be with me. If you find any difficulty, please ask me in the comment section. I'll be surely answering that particular thing. And from the next question, I'm going to consider a totally different variety of problem which you are going to enjoy more. Okay, so be with me. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.